Hey y'all, how's it going? My name is Peanut and welcome back to Satisfactory. I have finished the whole sorting situation here. I haven't set the smart splitters, to their sorting things. I should probably do that, but it's really not a pressing thing. I mean, I don't need to have those set until I start bringing trains in, which I'm not gonna be doing yet. But, I mean, I could go ahead and... It wouldn't take too long. I'll just go ahead and set them so that I don't forget later, because I'm definitely, if I don't do it now, I'm gonna bring trains in, and then they're all gonna get, like, stuck right here, and I'm gonna wonder why they're stuck right there. So I think the way that I have this set up, it will avoid it backing up. So the way that I have these set up is that, so for instance the iron ore one, the iron ore is going to go that way, so down that, and then anything is going to go down that way. Because I could do any undefined, but if I did any undefined, then it would stop iron here. And then, like, if I had too much iron, and then, like, back here I had copper, well, the iron wouldn't go through until it gets taken, into the container. And the sheer amount of iron that I'm gonna have coming through, I think there's more iron on the map than anything else, which makes sense. But that's very likely to happen if I have this middle one set to any undefined. So I have it just set to any, and like, yeah, it's probably gonna be inefficient, because it's only gonna push half the iron in there, and then half the iron's gonna go that way, but it'll keep everything cycling until everything is sorted, and then I shouldn't have issues with things backing up. Hopefully. So the idea for today, since I finished this, is to work on what I'm going to call the smelting tower, which I have decided is going to be here. Basically this expanse of foundation that I've already made is going to be where all of my smelting happens, in a giant tower, going up as high as I need it to go. The great thing about having a smelting tower is that I don't have to smelt all of these things. Like, limestone doesn't need to be smelted, quartz doesn't need to be smelted, sulfur doesn't need to be smelted, and coal doesn't need to be smelted. I'm not sure about bauxite yet, because, like, I don't even have a sort for bauxite yet, because I don't have it, like, I haven't quote-unquote discovered it yet, even though I definitely have. And actually, hold on, I might be able to solve this problem. Wait, I want to get my explorer. I say I may be able to solve this problem because I have this here, which is a bauxite thing. I don't know if maybe collecting it will put it into my things that I can sort between. It might not get put into the things I can sort between until I have it, like, researched in the... or until I have it. Whichever one of these makes me get that. Speaking of research, I definitely want to unlock this, but I need high-speed connectors and more motors for it. So I think... Ooh, that's either gonna have to wait, or I'm gonna, like... I might as well load up the manual crafty thingy here. To just make motors while this, episode is going on, because then we can unlock petroleum power, even though I don't think we're gonna need it. And, we can do the geothermal generator, and I know where a geyser is. There's a geyser right there that I can use. Okay. So, I wanted to test my sorting system. And I did, but I didn't record it because I accidentally pressed my stop recording hotkeys instead of my start recording hotkeys. But I realized that this smart splitter is broken. Not because it's broken, but just because it's oriented in a different way from all the other smart splitters. So, I need to change this to where it's none for this one, iron ore in the middle, and any out that side. So that should work now. I can put my bits in here. I've got a little bit of sulfur, a little bit of limestone, and a little bit of coal, which is why I call it bits. And let's do that and hope it works this time. Okay, cool. Should only be going into... yeah, it's only going into the coal one. And then limestone's going into limestone. And the sulfur's going into sulfur. That's beautiful. I love watching this work. It's very nice to see it go. I'm like, yeah, technically it's half as efficient as it could be. But I'm sacrificing efficiency for a lack of clogging. But it's like, eventually everything will get where it needs to be. So I actually need to go to this one and to that one and change this first smart splitter because they are like that in... actually, they're not. This one and that one at the end I did a little bit differently, so I'm not going to have that same problem with those. But this sulfur is taking a while to get where it needs to be. It's not going to be as much of a problem that it takes a while when I have a large quantity of resources coming through. That's nice. I think I probably actually have somewhere in my weird little storage crates that I have over by my hub. I think I have stuff. Probably somewhere over here. I think I have, like, a bunch of raw resources in a chest, so I might go ahead and get those out and go put those in that industrial storage container to be sorted before I take that industrial storage container down, because I have, like, yeah, I have all this stuff that can be sorted. Raw resources going in here. Not the bauxite, because I can't sort the bauxite yet. And, I mean, this is mostly deuterium and sulfur. I could just manually place it in there, but where's the fun in that? Alright, go, resources, go! Alright, math has been done. And, even just doing the sort of first leg of this factory operation is going to be a massive undertaking. So, I went to this beautiful website called Satisfactory Calculator, which I will link in the description if you want to use it yourself. And I put in the amount I want to be able to make per minute of each of these sort of endpoint resources for this factory, which is like the resources that I don't need to use to craft into anything else yet. Which for me currently is computers, motors, heavy modular frames, and then the modular engine and the automated control or adaptive control unit. Which are the phase things. Technically, computers, motors, and heavy modular frames are used to make those two things, but I wanted them to be separate, just in case. So I did... oh, I also used encased industrial beams, because I know that I need those for conveyor belts, and I'm gonna need a lot of conveyor belts. So, the numbers that I actually put in where I wanted to be able to make 2 adaptive control units per minute and 5 modular engines per minute, which is a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. Requires a lot of resources. So the idea was that I was gonna put in that that those were the things I needed, and then double the amount of input resources that it told me that it would need, so that whenever I get the output, I would be able to take half of that output and then put it into storage for that item. At least that's the plan. And my numbers that I have will allow me to do that. It will just be an undertaking. So, what numbers are those, you might ask? Well, allow me to show you. I'm gonna put them up on the screen, and do the whole thing. I'll try to do the thing where I, like, blur out what I'm doing, and it'll probably just be me jumping around in the background or building while I explain, what the numbers are. Okay, so the numbers are as follows. The raw resources I'm going to need for the first sort of leg of this factory. I have not done the math to multiply these by 2 yet, so I will put the multiplication up on the screen, but I will not say it out loud. I'm going to need 6,090 iron ore, 2,880 limestone, a little bit less than 1,300 cubic meters of oil, and 660 copper ore. In order to smelt all of those resources, I'm going to need a total of 336 smelters. That is a lot. That is a lot. I don't think I've ever placed that many smelters at once. But I can get close. And I'm gonna have to get there, but I did not end up placing that many smelters. I'm going to expand it at some point, but I just wanted to get enough of them down that it would at least fill some of the system. And then I'll build the rest later once I actually have, like, it outputting something, the factory. As far as other machines go, which I'm not planning to get to today, I need a total of 904 constructors, 368 assemblers, 170 miners, Mark II miners, 126 refineries, 62 foundries, 44 manufacturers, and 22 oil extractors. Again, that's a lot. Yes. And I did make sure, because some of the things that I'm going to be building in this whole thing require copper. I separated the amount of smelters that are going to need to be dedicated to copper for this specific, like, portion of the factory from the amount that are going to be required for iron. I only need 22 out of those 336 smelters to be dedicated to copper. So the copper part's gonna be negligible compared to everything that I'm gonna have to do for iron and steel and oil. And before anyone says anything in the comments, I realize that I don't have trains set up for fluids yet. I'll figure that out later. Man, I cannot wait to no longer have to go between this area and this area. At least not without being able to hop on a train over here and hop off the train over there or something. Or with my Explorer and everything. Speaking of Explorers, I accidentally drove it into the water earlier and I haven't rebuilt it yet, so let's do that real quick. I have built, now, this whole thing of smelterinos. There's so many of these smelters. And I can even fit more. So technically, I did the math. Yeah, this is a very math-heavy episode. But I did the math, and there's, I think it's supposed to be 52 and a little bit of these in each line. So, let me get out of here. So, like, there's supposed to be 52 of these here, 52 of them here. And when I divided the number I need, the 314 iron smelters I need, when I divided that by 6, it was like 52 and change. So I'm probably gonna end up, like, I'll have a 53rd one be like the one that comes off the end, so it'll be 52 and change for each of these lines. Now, the even more time-consuming part is gonna be getting everything out of the butts of these smelters, and I think probably up to a logistics floor. I think what I'm gonna do for the smelting area, for the smelting tower, is that every 2 floors is going to have a logistics floor. So there's going to be, like, the iron floor, a logistics floor, and the copper floor. And then right on top of the copper floor is going to be... Let's go over here so I don't forget anything. So right on top of the copper floor will be the deuterium floor. And then a logistics floor in between that and the aluminum floor, which is the bauxite. If I don't need if I don't need to do anything weird for the bauxite, that's not just putting it into a smelter. Which I'm thinking probably I will have to do because it seems like as I go through the game, everything gets more complicated. So my next task here is to sort of merge all of these and put them up into a logistics floor. Although, I can see possibly bringing them up and then merging them in the logistics floor. Because then I only have to build one line of mergers. Like, I have this line of splitters. And then on the next floor, on this same line, I can build the line of mergers. And I can just have, like, one of these go up like that. And it can go into the mergers, and then they can all come out like the same lines where it went in. Basically, just a floor above. I'm probably going to end up doing a very similar setup for the copper stuff. Because I'm definitely going to need more... Like, I'm going to need more than 22 smelters for copper. It's just that 22 smelters is all that I need for the copper right now. So I think the next pressing task is just to build the next floor. So I just need to get a crap ton of concrete and build a bunch of foundations. Oh, I am also going to have to figure out a way to power all of this. That's going to be the task. Like all of this. This is all going to be a task. And I don't know why I keep saying it like it's such a dreaded thing. Because it's like, I'm doing this to myself. I want to do it. Unfortunately, I do not yet have a path. Like, I should probably build a foundation path that goes that way so that I can drive my Explorer this way. But it is also really fun to just do this. Yeah. And then dismantle it. You might be wondering why I'm over here. Or you're probably not. I have enough motors to finish this. So, we're gonna do that. Petroleum power. Something that I'm not really super interested in.
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will serve as a suitable replacement to construct the fuel-powered generator. Your research into this element was valuable. In fact, you in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that. It would be bad for morale.
Oh, okay. Sure, Ada. I'll keep that a secret for you. Oh! It took me longer than I care to admit to realize that most valuable pioneer, abbreviates to MVP. Okay, the next things all need stuff that I need manufacturers for, which means before I can do any of the rest of this, I have to finish this part of the factory that I've outlined for myself. And I'm glad that I outlined it for myself, because otherwise I was gonna have, like, decision paralysis about where to start. I guess I should show off the little other things that I've done that aren't just build a ton of smelters. So here, I mean, in front of each of these, I put a wall with the hole in it that has the conveyor hole, just so I could have the conveyors going out to the wall. Because it'll be much easier to have this doing this, to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with these. Because I feel like I could have, like, a little mini logistics floor just right above this, so that I can make sure that everything gets set where it's supposed to be going without getting tangled up. And I think that's probably what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna end up being something like this, where this goes like that to receive the iron. And I'm also going to have to split it between iron going to iron factory-ness and iron going to smelting stuff. To, not smelting, to steel production. Because I have the petroleum coke ingots, I don't need to use coal for steel production. But I am still going to need to use it for compacted coal for different fuel, for better fuels and stuff. So, yeah, I did the wall thing. And then above this one, I built a catwalk. And I had to go you might have seen me do it in the background while I was explaining the numbers. I had to go get more rods to finish this catwalk. And I am planning to do this for every one, but I wanted to test something on camera. Which was this. Can I put this on the... I was hoping I'd be able to put this on the edge of the catwalk. But I can't, so... Can I put it underneath the catwalk? Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I guess I've got a rebar gun now. Where am I getting rebar from? Oh, I just have 5 rebars sitting in my inventory. Okay. Well, I guess I have that in my hand now. I wanted to check if that will go... It won't even go underneath it. Okay. I'm pretty sure that those will go on these. And that's kind of one of the things I wanted to check. So if I do this, I can sort of put that there. Is it going to clip? Or Z-Fight? It's not. So that's cool, because then I can paint this. Oh, well, I guess I can't paint it black. It's already black. That's as close to black as it's gonna get. Do I have one of those that's, like, shiny? I have the metal one. Ooh. Might use the metal one instead. Well, I won't get a darker color black, it looks like. But because it's metal, it looks a little bit more uniform with the machine than the concrete one did, so... Yeah. The entire reason that I did that was because I know that these will go on these. I can put it like that. Oh. No. Absolutely not. Can I block that and make it go up? Just a little bit? Oh, no. No, I want it to go, like, up. Like, up. I guess that isn't gonna happen. Okay, so I can do that. We're practicing decorating now. And then I think the beam can go... Nope. 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 That's not what I want that to do. I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but it is kind of nice to have beam. I want to see how much better this looks. Because I really want to get into the decoration aspect of this game, but I haven't really been making, like, I'm not making smaller factories, I'm just making this one giant factory, and so I'm like, maybe I could finally do some decoration-y stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. With the beam. It just makes the bottom part look like it's way too chonky. But I also, like, I want to hide that. I can. Oh, there we go. I've kind of gotten that to go where I want it to now. Yep, can I get it to go a little bit? Oh, beautiful. That's perfect. That's, like, exactly where I want that to be. Wait. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, why is it not going? Okay. Oh, that's exactly what I want. So... I should be able to do like a... Can I... To make it like a... Like a thing. Do that. And then I can... I mean, that'll just straight up let me hide my power things. I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna end up looking like the cord is going from the Like, the cords are gonna go from here to, like, there, but they're not gonna be, like, hanging down from above me and making it look like a circus tent inside the, factory, so this is something that I'm gonna be really into trying to do, is, like, in anywhere in the factory is hiding my power. And especially because I have the Mark II outlet that can do so much more. I'm gonna actually delete this down because I know what to do with it. I'm not gonna worry about it until after I've actually ran the power. And I'm not gonna worry about running the power right now, actually. Something I do want to run to do. Can't find my Explorer, so I deleted it. I now have enough motors, I think, to unlock the, thing. The geothermal generator. I need high-speed connectors, which I don't know how many of those I have. I have 37. I think I need 100 of them. I need 50 for the Mark III power pole. I think I can craft those. I can. Yeah, I just need more circuit boards. Honestly, I'm gonna, like... We might even just be able to straight up finish out the Caterium tree. But honestly, there's not really much on here that I want right now except for the Mark III power pole and the, geothermal generator. And, like, does the Mark III power pole... I think unlocking that gives me access to the Mark III, yeah, the Mark III outlet. I need to research the power pole first. So I guess I'll craft a bunch of these real quick. Might as well. I don't have space in my inventory. Gotta deal with that problem before I can craft things. I now have enough of the things that I need to do this. So... God, I need more quickwire. I used all my quickwire making the high-speed connectors. I think I can do that. I just need to grab from the thing 200 steel pipes. So I can go ahead and unlock this one. Beautiful. And while she's telling us about this, I'm gonna go
Power
over
pole
here.
Mark III unlocked. It has significantly more power connections compared to the previous models.
Yeah, so I want to add this to my power hotbar, which is currently the one that I'm on. Okay, and I got my tickets so that I could just go ahead and unlock this. Ooh, I need the high-speed connectors and the steel pipes to build those, so I might have to automate high-speed connectors sooner than I thought. Did I add that to my cart already? I did. What's something else that's worth 5 that I can buy? Guess I can get the industrial catwalks. I need to go grab my Caterium, and then I'll be able to unlock the geothermal generator. Okay, got enough research. I want to know what's it gonna be to
Geothermal
build one of
generator
these.
Unlocked. Geysers added to the object scanner. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you deadly geothermal vents, run directly towards them and build generators.
Yes,
Use
beautiful.
potentially lethal natural phenomena for your own benefit. It's the fix-it way.
It is the fix-it way. I think I only need 5 more of those to build one. Power, geothermal generator. Oh, that's quite large. Like, bigger than I thought it would be. I guess I can put it here. Amazing. It's a really cool sound that it makes. It's like... That could be a beat. Like the background of a song. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. I believe... I can get to the top of this. Probably would be dangerous in real life. Oh, I ran out of power. It's okay. Can I connect this to this? Yes. I mean, why not? It can just spike my capacity every so often. Oh, my max consumption is like way above my capacity right now. Well, it's my max consumption based off of all of the... It's if all machines on this grid were active. So yeah, the only reason that it's not, like, dying is because half of my machines are off, because this is, like... Most of my items are fully backed up. Which means I do need to expand my coal operation soon. I did upgrade all of the miners to Mark II. So I should be able to double my coal, which will double my capacity. Which should be, I mean, that'll be plenty for at least until I start up the factory, the mega factory. But because I don't need to use coal for steel, that actually takes a lot of strain off of my coal, which is why I was saying earlier that I don't think that oil power is gonna be that useful. So, like, all that I need to use coal fuel for is for fuel and for power generation. So I'm probably just gonna use coal for power generation until I have, like, nuclear power. There is one very important thing I need to do before I end off the episode. And that is something I talked about earlier, expanding my coal situation. Also, I'm sick yet again, so if I sound nasally, I mean, it might just become the normal way that I sound while I'm doing YouTube because of how often I get sick at the beginning of the year. And something I really do need to do is dismantle all of this ficsmas stuff, because it's no longer ficsmas. And so I do not need it anymore. I might not have enough space in my inventory for all of it, though, so we will see how this goes. Oh, crap! I accidentally deleted this miner. Oopsies! Will it automatically connect to the conveyor belt, or do I need to rebuild it? Yeah, I need to rebuild the conveyor belt. Okay. Okay, hopefully that'll catch up to the other line before it messes with my power too much. Oh, I'm getting boxes of shame. Ooh, they're boxes of shame full of ficsmas stuff, though. I don't need the ficsmas stuff anymore. But one big thing that I wanted to do before rebuilding my power is build enough power storage that it'll stay on for, like, a couple hours, maybe. So we're gonna do this. Connect those, and hopefully it should be charging. I want to have enough that it'll keep it on for at least an hour before I, turn everything off so that I can basically rebuild this entire system and then turn it back on and hopefully have enough power to keep everything running until then. Even though I probably don't necessarily need to have enough power to keep everything running because I have plenty of resources to rebuild everything that I need to rebuild. But it'll be nice to have this. I am gonna rebuild it probably in the next episode because this is gonna take a while. And I'm currently, like, this clip is being recorded on Saturday morning, so that's probably going to take a little bit longer to charge than the amount of time I have, so I'm going to continue dismantling all this fix-it stuff until it is gone, because it is no longer ficsmas. It's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode, mainly because that part with the numbers took so long to edit, but also because I did all that I had planned to do, and it didn't take as long as I thought, because I found a trick for building smelters very fast. I haven't finished dismantling all the fix-it stuff yet, but my inventory is full, and a lot of the ficsmas stuff, I had to dismantle some miners, so I have a ton of raw resources in my inventory, so I wanted to go put them into my sorting system, because while I was editing earlier, I realized something. And I want to see if the thing that I realized actually works. So I realized that it's possible if I put this write output on overflow, that it would basically do the same thing as having it on any, but I wouldn't have it go through there. Just, I wouldn't have it like half and half, so everything's cycling multiple times. So I'm gonna change that and see if it works. And I think for the purposes of sorting, I'm also gonna use the things that are already in there. So I'm gonna throw my raw resources in here. It's mainly iron and copper. It's pretty much just iron and copper. And I want to take the ones I have out of here, like this limestone, the caterium, and the coal here, and the sulfur, but I don't have space. Just for science reasons. Hey, I really hope this works the way I think it will. I need to grab this. Nope. Wrong belt. Output. Okay. Release the resources. Oh, it seems to be doing exactly what I want it to do. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. Look at all the sulfur go exactly where it needs to be. And now the limestone, and the limestone's going exactly where it needs to be. And the coal. Yes, going exactly where it needs to be. This is perfect. Oh, this is beautiful. I almost wanted to end off the episode without testing this, so that somebody would say it in the comments, but I left it long enough that somebody probably already did. Don't delete your comment. Own up. Own up to not finishing the video before you commented. It's gonna be really fun to see this thing working when I've got, like, a bunch of jumbled up resources from the trains coming in like, weird patterns, and it's not just like, oh, all the caterium's coming out at once. But this is amazing. I'm glad that that works exactly like I wanted it to, so I'm gonna go through and change all the rest of them. Okay, I don't think that this actually works this way, but I'm gonna try to set this up to, awesome sync. I vaguely remember trying to sync ficsmas stuff and it not working. So we will see, especially because I have to go from over here. I'm not super worried about how efficient it is, just that it gets rid of it. And I do need to power it. Okay, it is syncing. It's giving me negligible coupons, but I don't really care. I just want it to get rid of this. I just wanted to get rid of all this Christmas stuff. I suppose while the rest of my ficsmas stuff is syncing, I've still got a couple stacks of red ornaments in my inventory that I'm occasionally doing this with. Just to get rid of them. But I've gotten all of my normal stuff that was in my inventory back. So while this is syncing, I will sign off. I hope that you'll have a flip-fantastic day. And there's a Mercer Sphere over there. Actually, I'm gonna go grab that. I never knew that this was here. Ooh, Ada's gonna talk to me too. Okay.
The void arms and void metals and desecrated temples follow a mythic melody.
What?
Oh, you understand.
The tapestry unraveled, revealed its texture. Your veins weave familiar patterns. Your vessels grow organs and eyes and mouths, and the ripples lap against our windows.
Was it intentional?
All that is shallow shall sing our deep song, and when the windows break the void shall be a metal grave.
I'm confused now. That one was really confusing. Ada seems to think that the aliens understand, but I understood none of that. Anyway, pardon that interruption. I hope y'all have a flip-fantastic day. And bye...